Hi everyone, I'm the Fool, and I'm probably the worst gamer you've ever seen. I decided that I want to try and beat games I've never played before as fast as I can. Today I'm starting this stupid idea off with one of the most well-known games of all time, Skyrim. Why have I never played Skyrim? No idea. Is it really a good game to start this series? Couldn't tell you. Anyway, let's go over the rules. First, I have to have played less than 10% of the game before. I only played the beginning of Skyrim, so that's fine. Second, I have to try to beat the game as fast as I can. That includes skipping a tutorial and cutscenes or dialogue if I'm able to do so. Third, I'm allowed to play the game in multiple sessions. Because this is not an official speedrun, I will take pauses whenever needed. Now, let's get into the game. So the game starts and I'm a prisoner on the way to my execution. Before we arrive, I get some exposition from the other prisoners. But I will spare you that part, as most people probably already know this part of the game. So we arrive in Helgen, and I witness the guards killing the poor thief that tries to run away.
No care of Rorikstead. No, I'm not a rebel. You can't do this. Halt! You're not gonna kill me.
I really feel for the guy.
Anyone else feel like
Anyway,
running?
I quickly design my character. So I don't really think it's that important what we choose here. We want to make it quick, so let's just go with knowlage. Let's just go, yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, yeah, we are done, I think. Okay, rename our character. Of course. Okay, maybe not that quickly. Now, let's get this execution over with. Oh no! But luck is on my side, as the end boss of the game decides that I should not die here and gives the village a quick visit, which gives me the chance to escape. So I run into this tower with the other prisoners, but I leave them behind as I jump into this building. Outside I meet an Imperial guard, but he seems to be a good guy. I follow him and we stumble our way through Helgen. We avoid the dragon and make our way through the village. I then have to make a choice. I can follow the other prisoners or the Imperial guard. I decide to go with the guard and we make our way into the keep. My new friend frees me and I finally get some equipment. Okay. We then get attacked by some Stormcloak soldiers and swiftly get rid of them. After that I discover that I can use magic and equip the flame spell. We move on and kill more people along the way. As we reach a dungeon, I find some more loot and I pick up some nice clothes and a spell book from a dead guy in a cell. And I have to be honest with you, I knew about those things beforehand as I played through this part already. But let's move on. We burn even more people to death and I have to wonder, am I really the good guy? Or am I becoming a mass murderer? Nah. Level progress 1. So we reach a cave where I get grossed out by our next enemy. Normally spiders don't bother me, but those ones are pretty big. But it's not like they can get any bigger, right? Right? Enough of that. So I finally get out of the cave. Okay, this looks like an exit to Skyrim.
It's probably best if we split up.
After I follow my new friend for a while, I find some stones and decide I want to be a mage. Sadly, I am not off to Hogwarts. Instead, I follow my friend to Riverwood. He says his uncle lives there and he might be able to help us. After a quick talk to the guy, mind you, I don't know how to skip conversations yet, he sends us off to Whiterun to talk to the Jarl. As I arrive in front of the city, I witness the cruel murder of a friendly giant, and promptly get berated by the murderers for not helping them with their genocide. Okay.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers.
I quickly walk away from that conversation, not realizing it's the wrong direction. So I walk around the city asking myself, how do I get in here? Over and over. Where do I get in? Where the hell do I get in there? Where the hell am I going? Instead, I should have followed this way. And then I proudly declare that this is my first fail. I think it's time to call this our first fail. So let's talk about this for a minute. You probably already asked yourself why I have this stupid timer there. Well, the idea was to use it both as a timer to track how long I take and to track all my mistakes. But to really prove how much of a fool I am, I only gave myself 20 possible fails. This is actually a speedrun timer, used to track how fast you are in completing certain parts of a run, and compare them to your older runs. But that would be pointless, as I can do this run only once. So in short, that was a stupid idea, which I realized and stopped using after 20 fails. Now, let's do this properly. Up here, I will now track the fails. Let's give it 1 for me doing this run in the first place, 2 for the stupid timer, and finally a third one for me walking the wrong way around the city. Let's continue. I finally enter Whiterun and go straight up to Dragon's Reach, where I fail to get in for a minute. How do we... Okay. Inside, I talk to the Jarl, and he gives me the quest to retrieve the Dragonstone.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon.
So I promptly fast travel back to Riverwood and make my way to Bleakfall's Barrow. I would say that, if I hadn't encountered my biggest roadblock yet. Weapons. No. So I wander around in panic for 5 minutes. I even walk into the inn and sleep for an hour. Just to realize that I accidentally pressed caps lock. Okay, apparently it was caps lock, I don't know. After that, I get back to my quest. Along the way, I dispose of some bandits before I reach Bleakfall's Barrow. When I kill and loot the bandits inside, I wonder for a second if the studded armor I find are pants, as my character obviously doesn't wear pants. In my defense, I was playing in first person, and the picture of my robes didn't have any pants. I didn't count it as a fail before, but I think we should. I venture further into the dungeon, defeating more enemies and solving a small riddle, only getting hit by a few arrows in the process. Ow. Okay. Next, I miss a chest because the book on the table was far more interesting, which I wouldn't normally count, as we are trying to go fast, but I found the time to loot everything but the chest. So here we go. Okay. I'll take it. After that, I get startled by some skewers attacking me. After I killed them, I get grossed out by their corpses. Ew. I find a lot of things gross apparently. Then I find a scroll of fireball and immediately test it out. Just to realize it's a consumable item. Oh. Was all? Oh, okay. Anyway, I proceed further until I reach the giant spider, where we can count my first fail that is something more normal for gamers. I die. Although I doubt that this spider gave anyone except me or someone that has arachnophobia any problems. The death lets me start the dungeon over, which at least gives me the chance to correct my earlier mistakes. Which I do. I open the chest this time, and instead of wasting the scroll, I use it to kill the spider. I probably didn't have to, but small steps. I proceed to free the man hanging in the net and burn him to death as he runs away. Because I'm not getting ignored. That's rude. Next I kill some zombies, or drow. And then I'm able to avoid the most obvious trap ever. Hey, at my track record, it would be completely believable if I would have ignored all warning signs and stepped right into it. But no, my one brain cell activated to avoid the obvious button. But that is all the work it is willing to do for now, because after killing more zombies, I finally realize that I can level up, which I missed earlier. So... And then, I struggle to understand how to use my one perk point. Perks to increase... Huh? How do I... Yeah, how do I... Deep freeze. Yeah. Novice destruction. And then this happens. Oh, I already have this. Okay. Now I can dual cast or what? Now left is flames and right is... Haha! Yes, of course you idiot. Using your point on the beginning of the skill tree obviously unlocks the second perk of the tree. No, you dumbass! You could do that the whole time! But I think it's a good thing that I understood this wrong, because I could have missed this completely, and then I wouldn't use two spells. Next, I stare at some swinging blades. Before I try to get by them and still take the damage. I'm very proud of killing these zombies with my two spells, okay? And I celebrate by lighting myself on fire, of course. Fuck, I'm burning. My next roadblock is a gate that you are supposed to open by pulling on a chain, which I luckily realize after some struggle. No, I really struggled to find that chain for a bit, but I'll spare you the clip. At my second level up, I failed to do anything with the perk point I got, because I'm still thinking I unlocked Destruction dual casting already. I don't know. I get by these next few parts without any issues. I take no damage from these axes, and I kill all the zombies and take all their stuff.
Oh.
Now let's observe how my brain struggles to solve the next riddle.
Not nice. Good to me? No. Okay. Okay. Activate inner ring. Oh god. Do we have any clue?
Yes, you have one.
Wait, what? I don't really get it. What the hell am I missing?
Your brain.
We can probably count that as a fail again after I open it, but
Yes, you can.
what the hell do we do?
Okay, I'm going to save you from the rest of this. I finally realized that it would be a good idea to read the journal I picked up, and after some more struggling, I look at the claw and I finally find the solution.
Uh-huh.
Bear moth owl.
Is the moth, is it a fly? I don't know. Okay, now it should work. Woohoo!
In the last chamber of the dungeon, I learn my first shout.
Word of power learned, force unread.
I then get attacked by the Drow Overlord, and we have an epic battle to the death. Like I said, very epic. So I retrieve the Dragonstone from him and make my way back to Whiterun. But not before I test out my new weapon, the Staff of the Familiar that I found. Of course, by wasting some of his charges without realizing.
I will leave this and now to Skyrim. Go. Yes.
Back at Whiterun, I hand Farengar the Dragonstone. But before I get my reward, disaster strikes, and we hear of a dragon attack.
Oh, that's right. Sword coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
As the hero I am, I spring into action. And why would I have any worries? I only died once before, and that was a stupid mistake. What could a dragon possibly do to me? Oh, right. They breathe fire.
Oh god. Okay, okay. It wasn't as easy as I thought. I just died. Perfect.
Let's see if I'm more careful the second time around. Okay, at least I use my surroundings a little. I even use a potion, great. So it wasn't that hard after all. After the dragon is dead, I absorb his soul. I then get told that I'm something like a dragonborn.
You are Dragonborn.
With that info, I return to the Jarl.
You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you. So it's true. Greybeards really were summoning you.
I get told that I was summoned by the Greybeards, but before I go off to see them, I discover how to skip conversations.
They live the dragon. If you read, you heard the
So I begin my journey to High Hrothgar. This seems like the right path. I run into the Whiterun Stormcloak camp, thinking there might be a way up the mountain. That seems like a way.
Legion soldiers gleam like fresh fallen snow in the tank.
But like I've proven before, thinking is not my strong suit. I wander around a bit until I notice something at the top of my screen. Okay, there's a cave there. I mean, that is actually not a bad idea, right?
So maybe
It's logical to assume that it would lead to the top. And what's the harm in checking?
seems
Except losing more time.
but definitely.
In front and inside the cave, I find a lot of bandits and decide to get rid of that infestation at once. At the end of the cave, I meet Havar Ironhand, but instead of thanking me for removing all the rats in his home, he starts attacking me. So I teach him a lesson. Finally, I realized that this cave was also the wrong way.
No. How?
But maybe if I look on the map, I can find the right way. It's not like there's an arrow that points you to it.
Ritual stone. Cleared. That did not bring me up here.
Ooh, what's that? So you can read maps in these games to find your way? Is this the first game you've ever played? You idiot! You goddamn fool! Sorry for that. I think it's best to leave it there for today. But don't worry. I will finish the game and show you every mistake I made.
Wait. Ow.
If you enjoyed this video and don't want to miss the next part, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. See ya!